Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DugOut podcast. My name is Adesola Oluwaseyi Roberts. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And today we have with us a very esteemed guest, our first online guest, first guest in fact, our first guest on the show. He's a basketball enthusiast. He's one of the, if I would say, one of the stakeholders in sports in basketball in Nigeria, and I would like to introduce you to Mr. Kenny Bamidele. Mr. Kenny Bamidele, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, and it's nice being the first online guest on your DugOut podcast. You're really doing a great job. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, without wasting so much of anybody's time, because data is life, as they say. So, basically, we're talking basketball. That's why we have you here. You're the expert. The Nbbf Zenith League just concluded. We had MFM becoming they emerged as champions of the league this year. Let me just ask you first of all: were you surprised that it was MFM, or you knew that MFM was going to win the title?
So to be honest, I think MFM has really been working on their game for a very long time. They're a very consistent side. They are very disciplined. Coaches. That of course the players are also very disciplined. That is what transfers to their performance in the court. So I think they deserve to win it. I have to be honest. I'm a big fan of what they have been doing for basketball in Nigeria. Of course, we know once upon a time it was First Bank. It's always been First Bank and MFM always doing the up and down stuff, but I think this time MFM are beginning to lay claims to. This is the second time they won it last year, and they won it consecutively. So it's a big one from MFM. I think they deserve it. The captain of the team, Uko Ukamaka, she's the captain, also leading by example. She's really done well with the team in terms of trying to ensure that the other players are in order. And Wando Hembam, let's not even talk much about the talent level of Wando Hembam. She is right now, when it comes to female basketball, she is the number one in terms of what she's been able to do in the last couple of competitions for MFM. So I've got so much respect for what she's doing, and of course I hope that she would be able to continue with that. And I can't wait to see Wando Hembam do well, maybe when she go to the United States or when she gets a chance to play in top basketball league in Europe. Just want her to leave the shores of the country and do well. Yeah, so congratulations to MFM. I think they deserve to win the women's basketball league right there.
Okay, thank you for that. So, as we are moving on, the male league is about to start. It's kicking off this weekend. So I would like to, you're looking at the teams that are there. We have two conferences. We have the Savannah and the Atlantic. So. Look, first of all, one of the things that hurt me the most is that none of these conferences are in Lagos, because I'm in Lagos. So I would have loved to have one of these conferences in Lagos. Fingers crossed, we're going to have the final eight in Lagos, but we wait to see what the federation decides on where the final eight will stand. But notwithstanding, the Atlantic Conference has the reigning champion. That's Rivers Hoopers. We have Lagos Legends, Kwara Falcons, Comments. Are there still able Comments, or is just Comments now?
Able Comments.
Okay, so we have Police Baton, Oluyole Warriors, Hoops and Reed, and Delta Force. So that's for the Atlantic Conference. So I'm looking at these teams now. Who would you think is your favorite coming out of this conference? Because I think they are picking the top four to come out of this conference. So from these names that I've just read out now, what do you think is your favorite pick?
Yeah. The number one has to be River Super's basketball club. None of those teams right there can match River Super's talent level. That's non-negotiable. And of course, we saw River Super's did at the Basketball Africa League where they finished third. They are the number one team in Africa right now. So right now we know the number one team that will be qualified from that particular conference is River Supers. Now the three others that will join is where the problem will be right now, because the likes of Ebo Komen, the Lagos Legends, Lagos Raptors, Oluyole Warriors. Now I'm just going to talk about Oluyole Warriors because Oyo State right now and Ibadan. So I know some things that is happening with the Oluyole Warriors men's basketball team. And it's just one problem that appears to happen to most basketball teams in Nigeria, but not all. Lack of support from the government. They just finished a basketball competition in Liberty Stadium right here in the city of Ibadan, and the government did not sponsor the team. It was an individual that sponsored the Oli Oli Warriors, that is Oyo State men's basketball team. And of course, we all know that it was 1 or 2 days to the start of the competition before they started preparing. Other states had been preparing before that. And despite the little time they had to prepare, Oli Oli Warriors were able to do well in the Southwest basketball competition, giving Lagos a big run for their money. But at the end of it all, it says a lot as to the support the government gives to basketball. And it's a big slap on the face of, whoever is in charge of this, because, how can you have sports in the States? And after football, you're all about football. And I'm not saying that you should actually give for basketball the same level of support you give to football, but there is no support at all for basketball. The players are literally playing in empty stomach. Let me just put it that way. It doesn't necessarily mean empty stomach. That it says a lot as to what they are facing right there. So I think for Oli Warriors, to be honest, I want them to actually, do well. I want them to make it to the next round. I want them to not look at whatever is happening to them right now and keep putting in the work. But it's going to be pretty tough because they are very tough teams right there. They have teams that are preparing for this for a month. Yes, so there is the Lagos Raptors, there's the Lagos Regent, there is also the Comment right there. There's the Delta Force. So I think this state will really give these clubs will give them a big run for their money. But I won't be surprised if the Oli Warriors make it to join Rivers Super. So I'm going to say Rivers Super's 1. I'm going to say Lagos Raptors 2. There's Hoops and Reeds, right?
Yes, Hoops and Reeds are there.
There's Hoops and Reeds. So Hoops and Reeds will definitely qualify. That team owned by the legendary Olumide Oyedele, they will qualify. So it's Rivers Super, Lagos Raptors.
No, I think you mean Lagos Legends. I think it's Lagos Legends, not Lagos Raptors. Yeah, Lagos Legends.
Sorry. Lagos Legend, River Supers, Hoops and Reeds, and let me just scramble in Oli Warriors right there.
Yeah, I think they have the chance, because if you pick the 3 teams you just mentioned, this probably like the top teams. Then the 4th spot is probably up in the air for anybody that really wants to grab it. I think that 4th spot is up in the air for anybody that wants to grab it. Quickly moving on, let's go to the Savannah. Now here we have the Nigerian Customs basketball team. We have Boko Chiefs. We have Nile University. We have Gombe Bulls, Kano Pillars, Plateau Peaks, Bauchi Nets, and Correctional Basketball Club. Now in this conference we have the lesser known names right now in Nigerian basketball.
Yes.
So I think this is going to be a more competitive conference, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think it should. I think it should be very competitive. Now, for City Boko Chiefs, last season they gave teams a big run for their money. They gave Rivers Super a big run for their money last season. I know how much of talent City Boko Chiefs have got right there. Of Bauchi State. Yeah, I think Bauchi, City Boko Chiefs of Bauchi. Yeah. So I think they would also give other teams this time a big run for their money. For Nile University, we know that when it comes to university with top basketball talent, Nile is one of those universities to look at. So I think they would also give teams a big run for their money, but I don't think they have that championship winning players right there in their team. So I'm just going to say Gombe Bulls should make it out of this round. I think we should also have City Boko Chiefs making out of this round. Which other teams did you mention again?
Yeah, I also mentioned Plateau Peaks, Kano Pillars, and Customs.
Yeah. So it's all simple. Kano Pillars and Customs will join Gombe Bulls, City Boko Chiefs. Yes, so that's the 4 teams to make it out of the Savannah Conference. Kano Pillars, Customs, Gombe Bulls, and the City Boko Chiefs. So I think they should make it out of the Savannah Conference right there. So, and that means that we're going to have our hands full for the final 8. Oh,
definitely. Like I said, I'm just hoping the final 8 will be in Lagos, because if it's in Lagos, it's good for me. It's good for my podcast. It's good for coverage.